you for joining me for the fifth episode of your Business English Boost. If this is your first time here, I'm Melissa B. Duarte, and I'm just reading through my entire book and putting my entire book up on the screen, the Little Big Business English Book of Vocabulary. This episode here, episode number 5, we're reading through page 20 of the book. So if you have the book at home, page 20. If you don't have the book, there's a link in the description if you want to grab it. It's available on Amazon. It's $9.99. I priced it for everyone. And if you don't have the book, no big deal. I'm putting the entire page that I'm reading from today and through this entire series up on the screen. Let's jump right in to better ways to say no. This is very important in business English. Okay, let's jump right in. Again, we're on page 20 of the book. Better ways to say no in business English. You really want to avoid any negative words in business English, and you want to avoid saying the word no as much as possible. So there's different scenarios here, different things you can say which fit different formalities and different scenarios for saying no. The very first one I have here is, I'm going to have to pass. So this is when you need to say no when someone invites you to something. So if you're invited to a staff barbecue, you're invited out for lunch with your manager, you're invited to sit in on a meeting, you're invited to work on a project, and you don't want to do it or you don't have the time to do it, you just say, I'm going to have to pass. And you're not saying why you have to pass. It could be because of lack of interest, lack of time, lack of skills, but you just say, I'm going to have to pass. Now, by saying this, does not close the door for future invitations. So people may invite you again to do something. So it just means this one time I cannot do it. And you're not saying why. You don't need to say why. I'm going to have to pass. And that's all you say. And it's a firm no to that invitation, but you will be invited in the future. The next one here is, that's not going to work for me. So this is very clear and respectful. And this is what you use for scheduling. So can we meet Friday at 2? That's not going to work for me. It just means no, but it means it's not going to work for my schedule. So it's a very nice way of saying whatever schedule you've presented or you've a time that you've offered or suggested is not going to work for me. And it could also be more than just a schedule. It could be about an approach or a timeline. It could be a little bit bigger than that. So someone has an approach, let's get the whole team together to make this decision. That's not going to work for me. I work a lot better with one-on-one decisions. So it could be an approach, but we use it a lot in scheduling. The next one is, I don't think that's a right fit. So if something fits something, it fits it very nicely. So if something fits, it's like a puzzle. Two pieces go together and they fit. So this is very good and tactical for sessions or strategic sessions when someone's presenting something and that idea is not going to, it's a no. But that idea or suggestion is not going to work. So this is good for a job offer. This is good for partnership ideas, strategic meetings. And if someone suggests something and you're like, no, you just say, I don't think that's a good fit. I don't think that's the right fit. Meaning for the position, for this project, whatever you suggested, it's a no, because this will not fit like a puzzle piece into this scenario, into this position, into this job. It's very tactical. It's very nice. And again, you're not saying, no, that's a horrible idea. You're just saying, I don't think that's going to fit. I don't think that's the right fit. It's a firm no, but it's very, very polite and tactful. Another one is not at this time. So not at this time is really open-ended. So again, this could be when someone invites you to something, someone offers you something, but this leaves the door open for future involvement. So not at this time. It's very diplomatic. So, could we extend the budget, by 2% just to get new equipment? Not at this time, which just means no, but maybe in the future we can. Or can I bring on an assistant in my department? I'm pretty overworked at the moment. Not at this time, which just means no, but maybe ask me in next quarter, ask me in a couple months. So this just means no for the moment. Another one is, I'm good, thanks. And this is very chill. This is very informal, but it's very polite. This is when someone offers something to you or offers you help. And, do you want help with the project? I'm good, thanks. It just means I'm fine on my own. Or do you want some pizza? It was Jane's birthday. She brought in pizza. Do you want some pizza? "No, I'm good, thanks." And you don't even have to say no, thank you. I'm good, thanks means no, thank you. So I'm good, thanks just means no, thank you. Another one is I'll sit this one out. So if you're invited to something, just like going, someone invites you to a barbecue or to sit on in a meeting or to jump into a brainstorming session, I'll sit this one out, which means I won't be there for this one, but I'll probably be there for the next one. So use this very carefully. It means no for this invitation, but I will most likely be there for the next time you want to include me into something. So I'll sit this one out. So, we're looking at revamping our entire reporting system. Do you want to be involved in this? I'll sit this one out. But next time, ask me. I probably do want to be involved. This is pretty relaxed, but it's very nice and friendly and really great for team working. Another one is probably not. It just means no. This is very good because you're kind of leaning towards the uncertainty. So you're not saying no because something's a bad idea. And you're not saying no because you don't like it. You're saying probably not. So, for example, do you think this is a good approach with the client? Maybe you have a client who's unhappy with some things. You go to your manager and you say, is this a good approach to get the client happy and back on board with the project? Probably not. And probably not just means I don't think it's going to be a good approach. It means no, it's not a good approach, or is there's too much gray area, or there's too many question marks. So probably not is a no because there's so much uncertainty there. There's not enough information, or you don't know how something will play out, and that's a good one. And the very last one here is this really does not work for me, or this doesn't work for me. And it just means when someone's offering an idea or a schedule or a task and no, you don't like it, or it doesn't fit into your schedule, it doesn't fit into what you do, your level of expertise, and this doesn't work for me. This really doesn't work for me. So Friday at 2 o'clock, can we meet to talk about Project B? This really doesn't work for me. Just means it doesn't fit into your schedule or what you want. Or, do you mind working on Project A? This really doesn't work for me, or this doesn't really work for me, meaning this is not my area of expertise, or maybe I already have too many projects I'm working on. So these are all really great ways to say no for different situations without saying no, and all of the above are very tactful, polite, and professional. I hope you did find this useful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And again, I'll be going through this entire book. We have hundreds of terms and bits of business English vocabulary to go through. Thank you so much for joining.